You practiced the art of lightsaber fighting against Darth Vader. You ran with Diana from Green Gables in the middle of a blizzard to save her younger sibling from the croup. You flew around your house with a sheet for a cape to save strangers from danger. You used one of your mom's rings on your quest to Mount Doom to save the peoples of Middle-earth. You gasped in tearful delight and relief when you heard "On Your Left" in Endgame. You were mad at Edmund, but you were also in awe when Aslan died for him on the stone table. You knew you'd rather be Jean Valjean, a former criminal quietly doing good, than Inspector Javert. You would totally break the Prime Directive right alongside the crew of TNG if it meant saving the helpless. You cried as the entire city of Minas Tirith knelt to honor the most unlikely heroes anyone could have imagined. You felt righteous anger when Dances with Wolves was beaten as he watched Two Socks be murdered by his captors. You wept in the jail cell at the end of Tale of Two Cities, knowing your sacrifice would be remembered and meaningful. You partied with the thieves in the forest after robbing Prince John to give to the poor. You trained your Patronus in the Room of Requirement along with the rest of Dumbledore's army. You mastered your favorite X-Men character, whose difference made them cooler rather than repulsive. You practiced bending the elements to ward off the oppression of the Fire Nation. You sang along with the Greatest Showman about being accepted rather than being a bully. You felt it in your bones when Malcolm Reynolds said, "I aim to misbehave." You cried at Marva's funeral procession in Andor, right before you felt chills at her speech about fighting the Empire. You turned with Neo away from the stairs in retreat to face Agent Smith. You stood with Mon Mothma in the Senate during her final speech before joining the Rebel Alliance. These moments were, and all, in preparation for today and every day. I think the things we learn from fiction are often training for how we should express our humanity in real life. We read and see and feel these moments and picture ourselves as the hero who joins the fray, even when it comes at great risk to ourselves. And maybe the real world we live in doesn't have mutants or magic, but it sure does have people who need others to stand up for them, to include them, and to even sacrifice for them. And these were just the ones I could think of from my own growing up and history of becoming the characters I saw as heroes. And you probably have your own. What would they say and do if they were living your real life today?